Great news for all you HOLO shareholders. This run has just begun, and I do feel as though that this thing is headed towards 30 cent plus. Stick around. We're going to talk about what to expect here for next week for HOLO. Also, we're going to take a brief look at FFIE. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still holding this thing, you may want to stick around and hear what I have to say, because this thing looks as though that we're headed towards this gap, which currently sits here at $2.67. Also, we're going to take a small and quick look at AMC. I have some very important key things that I want to discuss about AMC, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're still holding this thing, you came to the right place. Now, first stock we're going to talk about here in today's video, of course, is HOLO. And if you're currently holding the stock, ladies and gentlemen, can you please comment? And if you're wondering what trading platform I am using, it is called Moomoo. If you do want to sign up for Moomoo, remember using my sign up link in the description below will grant everyone these perks you see here on the screen. All you have to do is make your initial deposit of only $100. But not only will you get an extra 3-day trades a week, but also these free stocks that Moomoo is currently offering can value up to $2,500 each. Also, you will have key data, tools, and resources at your disposal, such as the daily short sell analysis and the interpretations of indicators chart, which is a huge game changer for beginners and novice traders that do not understand how to read charts or indicators really well. So again, using my sign up link in the description below while signing up for Moomoo, you get a lot to gain and nothing to lose. In the comment section below, the letters HOLO. If we can get 20 of those, ladies and gentlemen, I will update HOLO all next week. Okay, Monday through Friday. Now, as you all know, we like to look at our 3, 5, 15 here throughout the trading day. And as you guys can see here on our 3-hour chart, majority of the day we spent in that upper canal region here. We did just recently break that. What we're going to look at now is the 5. Okay, and now the 15. Now here on the 15, ladies and gentlemen, we are in that upper canal region, which is a great sign. We do see this mid Bollinger Band here at 23 cent. We do risk actually bouncing off this 23 cent here before the day is over with, but I do want to see a bounce off of that, ladies and gentlemen, and then challenge the upper yet again. But anytime that you see a stock throughout the entire day like HOLO, anytime that that thing actually approaches that mid, since this thing been in the upper canal region the entire day, ladies and gentlemen, if we do approach this mid, it's more than likely we're going to break through it to the downside. Okay, if we go back to the day chart though, as you guys can see here, if you have been keeping on trying to let everyone know that this thing was headed towards sub 20 cent levels. We did drop as low as 20 cent here yesterday. Now we're starting to see a slight bounce, and like I told you guys before, this thing may be headed towards that mid Bollinger, which currently sits here at 34 cent, but we do expect for this mid Bollinger to drop a little bit here tomorrow, and that is why I feel as though that we're going to cross that mid Bollinger around 30 cent, and this run has just begun. As far as breaking to the upside through that mid Bollinger Band here next week, it is too early to call, but it is obvious that we are headed towards that mid Bollinger. If we go back to our day chart and check out our interpretations of indicators, and this is a cheat sheet. This is a go-to for all you novice traders out there that do not understand how to read indicators really well. Well, this will be your best friend. As you guys can see here on the day chart, we do see a positive signal overall here on the 60-minute, no obvious, and here on the 1-minute, the exact same reading. But more so, we do want to see our PCD, position cost distribution, and if we take a brief look and check out that, we currently do see a very low profit ratio. That is a very great sign. A mass number of holdings are trapped, forming a bottom consolidation. It seems as though that bottom consolidation has bottomed out here yesterday, and we are facing the turnaround. Another thing that we do want to pay a close attention to is that degree overlap, which currently sits here in HOLO at 50. Now, for those that don't understand that degree overlap, the higher the degree overlap, the more concentrated the positions and the more moderate the stock price fluctuates. And that 50% that we're currently looking at, ladies and gentlemen, just came from 54. So we do see a slight drop here in the degree overlap thanks to today's slight run, but we do expect again for this thing to continue just off the sole impact of a short cover taking place from today's leap in price. We know for a fact that today's volume is also pointing to recent upcoming short cover that can take place here, which I feel as though that is going to take place here next week. Today's volume so far is 99 million, coming off of yesterday's volume of only 45. The day before that, 43. 63 before that. The last time that we did actually crack 100 million in volume, ladies and gentlemen, was back on the 23rd, okay, of last month. And this is why it's pointing to HOLO may just be in that turnaround, ladies and gentlemen. We got a huge boost in volume. Not only that, we do see a lot, okay, a lot of block orders pointing to outflow and favorment here so far. But with today's volume, we should have gotten a much higher outflow activity, which points to some covering going on here so far on the day. So if you're still holding HOLO, let me know in the comment section below. Next stock we're going to talk about here in today's video, of course, is AMC. And if you're still holding AMC, ladies and gentlemen, more power to you. But AMC has found itself in a bear trend overall. If we take a brief look and just check out this week chart, as you guys can see here, approaching that mid Bollinger. These last 3 weeks we have bounced alongside it. But here this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have broke down towards the downside. If we go to the day chart, as you guys can see here, we did break towards the downside here on the mid-Bollinger Band as well, which more often than not, we are going to challenge this lower, which currently sits here at that $4.63. I do feel as though that AMC is headed towards sub $4.50 levels here tomorrow for sure. I want you guys to see how Cinemark. Let's just take a brief look and check out this. And this is what grinds my gears. I do feel as though that hedge funds may be behind Cinemark to make it seems more appealing than AMC to get retailers over there. So let's just check out Cinemark here really quickly. CNK. Cinemark has been performing pretty darn well, okay? If we go to the week chart here really quickly, as you guys can see here, this is how Cinemark has been performing here since February 5th, okay? Let's get those interval stats here really quickly. The stock is up over 87% since February 12th. Now, get this. If we go to AMC since February, really quickly, and as you all know, AMC has a much higher retail investor interest than Cinemark for sure. Let's get these interval stats. The stock is currently down 69% since February. You guys can see here, since February 7th, the stock is down 69%. Since February 14th, the stock is down 74%. With that being said, it is obvious which stock is performing better. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, just 4 years ago, just 3 years ago, okay, the AMC's market cap in comparison to Cinemark wasn't even close, okay? Wasn't even close. AMC had like 10 times the market cap of Cinemark. Now, in this case, totally different. Cinemark is up over twice the market cap of AMC here currently, and it seems as though that Cinemark may just be the better investment if you're looking to get into the movie industry when it comes to the stocks. I do feel as though that Cinemark is now the king of movies, of the movie theater sector, especially here in the market. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you believe Cinemark is now the big dog when it comes to the movie sector? Next stock we're going to talk about here in today's video is FFIE. Now, FFIE does have more room to retrace, and that is the truth. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but as you guys can see, breaking through that mid-Bollinger Band here on that day chart. Yesterday, we did get a slight pop in price, but that has deflated here. I do feel as though that we are going to fall under $3.25 here early next week here in FFIE. And if we do break that support level, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are obviously going to head towards this gap and start to slightly feel it. Like I told you guys before, FFIE is expected to see a short-term turnaround. That's exactly what happened here. Like I told you guys a few weeks ago, do not expect for this to be a long-term play after the reverse stock split. It's just 100% a great trading opportunity, and that's exactly what happened here as far as FFIE. I wouldn't buy this thing at this price until they announced some type of strategic plan with only $46 million in market cap, ladies and gentlemen. I do feel as though that we're going to see a we're going to see drastic measures taken by the front office here in FFIE pretty soon. Like I told you guys before, we were speculating on a General Motors partnership here in FFIE. But with them actually pointing towards getting into a car industry that is more affordable to the consumer, it really does take off the table of a General Motors partnership, because like I explained to you guys before, FFIE is a very appealing acquisition target to a lot of these major auto manufacturers due to the fact that FFIE has built a auto manufacturing brand that any major auto manufacturer would love to have in their fleet as a Class A vehicle. Like I told you guys before, FFIE basically has the Rolls Royce of EVs. With that being said, a company like Ford, General Motors, Stellantis would love to add a vehicle like FFIE's to its luxury brand. As you all know, General Motors have a few luxury brands like Buick, Cadillac, but if they did bring FFIE under their wing, ladies and gentlemen, this will be more like when Rolls-Royce got bought out by BMW. Okay, this will be one of those moves. I do feel as though that General Motors could actually bring FFIE's vehicle to market better than they can, of course, due to the major cash that General Motors has on their hands. But right now, far as FFIE goes, I will be basically paying attention to the corporate actions that is being made. I wouldn't bother buying at these prices. The only time that I would take a fetch at FFIE is during a momentum's trade. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you do agree with anything I said in this video, can you please leave a thumbs up on it? Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to consider subscribing and make sure all post notifications is set to all so you will be alerted each and every time I create one of these videos. And may the gains be with you. Want to know how to sign up for the Discord? Well, click the video on the left. And if you do want to subscribe to my main YouTube channel, click the channel link in the middle and check out my latest video on the right.